All right, Brave Nation, Coach Anthony here. Just wanted to quickly go over a few things coming up and then talk about a few deets for the gym and then talk about the next cycle. So let's get right into it. First things first, hey, we have an apparel drop. You need to order your stuff before the close of business on March 29th. That's when our online store closes. And then once you do that, it'll be shipped to the gym on the week of April 23rd. All right. Now you can order your size. You can order different colors. You can order long sleeve, short sleeve, crop top, whatever it is. So go ahead, put your orders in, get those get signed up for all that. Don't miss it. All right. Next thing is we have assault bikes for sale. We have 4 left. All right. They're $500 each. So if you want an assault bike to put in your basement and torture yourself on the weekends, go ahead and hit me up on the gym text line and order your assault bike. Sorry, my mic's coming down. All right. Next thing is, let's talk about the cycle, right? I'm trying to make this quick for you guys. We have a 9-week cycle. Now that the open is over, it's back into base building, all right? What we're going to focus on is hypertrophy, all right? Now, don't worry. You're not going to get pumped up like a bodybuilder looking all swollen like you got stung by a bee. What we're going to do is we're going to try to increase lean muscle mass and decrease body fat. We're going to work on tendon and ligament strength. We're going to reinforce good positions. And there's a little thing about motor function, but we won't talk about that right now. I won't geek out on you guys. But what I do want to say is this, is when we're focused on this next cycle, and honestly, for all of your training, it should be like this. You guys need to think about moving perfectly. What is the load given the rep scheme that allows you to move perfectly? Because remember, we're playing a long game here. There's no point in just getting fit for a few months or a few years, and by fit, I mean pumping up your numbers, trying to add more weight to the bar, trying to run faster, trying to do more pull-ups when you know that you don't actually have the movement down, because all it's going to lead to is pain farther down the road. So throttle back a little bit and focus on your form. Now in this cycle, focus on your positions. And I'll give you a perfect example. If when you do a wall ball, when you are standing up out of the bottom and if your knee caves in a little bit, you need to use a lighter wall ball, right? Or you need to focus harder on stabilizing that femur. That's what I'm talking about. If you're deadlifting and your back rounds a little bit, you need to go down and load, because it's not worth it to overstress those muscles in that position for 5 more pounds on the bar or even 10 more pounds, right? These numbers are relative. You adapting to the stress and getting stronger as a result and feeling better as a result and being better as a result, that's what we're looking for. The numbers are arbitrary. Because think about it. If you come in day 1 and you can't lift 45 pounds on a back squat, if I just get you to lift 95 pounds, your life is already better. 135, life is already better. But there will come a point where you don't need to lift 500 pounds on a back squat. It's actually not going to do anything for your everyday life. And the juice isn't worth the squeeze. All right. So now, that if you're doing it for a sport, obviously that's different. But just everyday life, looking good, feeling good, performing well, twisted steel and sex appeal, hey man, it's just not worth it. So so think about quality of movement over the load always. All right. Now from there, we're trying something different on this cycle. I'm trying an A week and a B week. And what I noticed is, obviously, there are people in the gym who can never come in on Monday. Well, if we only ever back squat heavy on Monday, yes, you're going to get a squat a lot, so it's not the worst thing in the world, right? Especially for CrossFitters, and we're fit all around. You don't need to squat heavy all the time, but it just means for almost a whole cycle, you're probably never going to squat heavy, right? So what we're going to do is basically we're going to flip-flop Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday. So Wednesday will always be a cardio party. And then our Monday and Tuesday were back rack lunges, dumbbell twists, strict pull-ups, and push-ups. So Monday, Tuesday, and then the next week we're going to flip-flop them. On Thursday, we're doing cleans and front squats. On Friday, we're doing strict press and barbell bent over rows. Thursday, Friday. Next week, Thursday, Friday. So it's just switching. And then, so every other week, you're going to get a touch point on it. So obviously, if you come to the gym 5 days a week, you're going to get to train everything. If you come to the gym 4 days a week, you're only going to miss things every other week as opposed to the whole cycle, right? So there you go. we're going to try it out. We're going to see how it goes. I have buddies who run stuff at their gym like this and seems to work pretty well. So just so you know, and I'll put it in the notes. Hey, just letting you guys know, this is A week, this is B week, so this is what it's going to look like. So get excited about that. It's going to be pretty cool. Let's see. So from here, just kind of an overarching theme to go with this cycle is, hey, you're going to train. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to get really strong. We're going to feel really good after this cycle. Hey, eat well and have fun. All right. So stuff you're doing outside the gym, make sure you're eating quality food. It is the energy of your body. And if you want to be healthy, if you want to be happy, if you want to look good, feel good, and perform well, you have to eat healthy. And you know what that is. We've said it a million times, and I'll say it a million more. Eat meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar. Keep your intake levels that'll support your exercise, but not excess body fat. It's literally that simple. There's no secret. It's just doing it. That's the secret. All right. So have fun. That's the other thing. Guys, training's supposed to be fun. Don't get wrapped around the axle about your load on the bar or, anything, all your numbers or anything like that. Guys, it's training. Show up to the gym, have fun, kick ass, and then, just reap the rewards. Cool? All right. Now, last thing. I said this on Saturday. I just thought that it would be helpful for people. So, when we think of the next 90 days, right? And I'm coming up on, at the end of the cycle, it'll be a month until, it'll be around that time that I left high school in 2003. And I was already in the delayed entry program for the Marine Corps. 10 days after high school, I took my first plane ride. Yeah, first legit plane ride. First plane ride. And it was legit. To San Diego. I stepped on the yellow footprints at MCRD San Diego. And then 3 months later, I was a United States Marine. Right? In 90 days, I went from somebody who literally most of my teachers said I could not become a Marine. I had a very low grade point average. I didn't care about school. Tests made me really anxious. I just did not thrive in that environment at all. I never saw 100% on anything except one military history class. Thanks, Mr. Wright. Mr. Turner. Yeah, my bad. Mr. Turner was an awesome military history teacher, and obviously I liked it, so I actually worked hard. But either way, I just never did well in school, and I did not thrive taking tests. And honestly, I was 150 pounds soaking wet. Most of my teachers were like, "There's no way you're going to be a Marine." And then 90 days later, I was a United States Marine. Now, how did that happen? Because I'm nothing special, right? My story is like every other guy who goes through those programs, and it's this. First things first is you had direction, right? You had a drill instructor who told you how to do everything and guided you through the entire process. So you need direction. Now your coaches, we're going to give you direction. We're going to tell you what the workout is. We're going to tell you what the movements look like. We're going to show you how to perform them correctly. And then we're going to hold you accountable as you're doing these workouts. Now, second thing is you need to think about your intention. You need to keep your intention or your goal forefront in your mind. Right? All I cared about was graduating and holding that Eagle Glow and Anchor in my hand. That's all I cared about, and it's all I focused on the entire time. And honestly, for years leading up to that, right? So you got to think about your intention. Now, I feel like most people, this is where they fail, right? They know what to do, but then they just don't put it in front of their face enough to remind them, because it's more about consistency and following through than anything. There's nobody that's special in this world, right? It literally just comes down to people who follow through on the things they know they need to do. That's it, right? I know special forces bubbas. I know people who are high-level CrossFit athletes. I know people who are professional sports. I know people who are very high up in the business world. I've had a lot of interactions with people like that. And I will tell you, I've never met anybody who's special. I just met people who follow through, right? And the reason a lot of them succeed is because they set their intention in front of them all the time. So if it's a sticky pad, put in a sticky note on your fridge, on your mirror, in your bathroom, put it in your vehicle, put it in at work. If it's taking your phone and then typing out a message to yourself so that every time you go to click on that phone and it says, don't get on Instagram, go read your books so you can ace your test, or don't get on Instagram, go for a walk instead. Or don't forget that you want to lose 30 pounds because you want to be here for your kids in the next 10 years. Or, hey, don't forget, get to the gym because you want to be strong enough to pick your grandkids up. Or it could be anything. It could be something silly too, like, hey, get to the gym because you want to be twisted, stealing sex appeal, right? It doesn't matter what it is. If it's important to you, put it on something and then put it in front of your face multiple times a day. Don't let yourself forget what you're training for, why you're eating the way you're eating, why you're choosing to go to bed instead of stay up and watch another freaking YouTube video, right? Or whatever it is. Sound good? So if we have direction, which is coming from your coaches and the staff, if you have intention, right, which is coming from here and what you want and desire, then the last thing is structure, right? How are you structuring your week, right? How are you planning all of this out? How many days a week are you going to train? And then come hell or high water, you better make those training days, right? If you know you can train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, it should literally, nothing but the rapture should stop you from coming in to the gym on those days, right? Also, if you're sick, don't come to the gym if you're sick. From there, right? Your food, right? This is the one that everybody gets wrapped around the axle for, right? Don't. It's simple. Eat meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar. Keep intake levels that'll support your exercise, but not extra body fat, right? Eat like that a majority of the time. What does that look like? Okay, I'm going to have some breakfast, right? And then depending on when my lunch is, I might have a snack before or after my lunch. And then I'm going to have a dinner, and maybe I'll even have another snack before or after dinner. So anywhere between 4 to 5 meals a day. If you are training, that's how you need to be eating, right? None of this intermittent fasting bullshit, right? You don't need it. Right? Trust me. When you need it, I'll tell you. And so from there, structure your days. All right. This is when I'm going to the gym. These are when I'm eating my meals. Right. And then if you can, go even one step further. Hey, this is what my nighttime routine looks like. Right. I'm shutting my phone off an hour before I go to bed. So I'm not tempted to get on and look at Instagram or anything like that. Right. I'm making sure that I'm drinking sleepy time tea. I'm doing some stretching or whatever it is. So that way when I go to sleep, I'm actually getting good quality sleep. Right? So you're getting direction on how to, train, how to eat, and how to live your life outside the gym. Then from there, you have to set your intentions in front of you every single day, multiple times a day, so you remember what you're doing this for. And then last is that structure. Create that plan. Find that way that works, that you can do consistently, and then just keep going. Guys, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, you can hit me up on the gym text line. I'm super stoked about this next cycle. It's just going to be fun. We're going to do a lot of strict pull-ups, push-ups, handstand push-ups. I know because that's what you guys asked for. And then this is all going to be progressing into getting those higher level skills like kipping, handstand push-ups, muscle-ups, things like that. So either way, guys, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, go ahead and make sure you hit the like button below. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And then I'll be bringing you more stuff like this when I can. Guys, we'll see you in the gym.